Argparse, making required flags. I am attempting to create a required flag F that accepts the input file name .pdb in Argparse. This is simple enough. The standard solution is to add the option required equals true. Unfortunately, after doing this, the F flag still appears under optional arguments in the help list. Even more confusingly, the F flag appears as required in the usage prompt in the help list. Here is my code. And here is the help window that is returned by help. As you can see in the usage block, F has been taken out of brackets, indicating that it is required. Despite this, F still appears in the optional arguments section. Is it possible to A. Custom format the help window to fix this, or B. Add some code to have the flag F file underscore name appear as a positional, opposed to an optional argument, yet still require a flag? I read that Argparse intentionally did this to avoid positional flags, but I am supposed to do it in order to cater to traditional Linux users. Thank you, kind interwebers.
This issue has been discussed in this URL, Argparse required arguments display under optional arguments. It's a terminology issue that isn't easily resolved, due to historical practice, in Unix as well as Python, and a lack of good alternatives. Arguments that take a flag like F have historically been called options or optionals. Generally you don't use them unless you want some value that is different from the default. But Argparse lets you specify required equals true, so now you have a required optional. And with nargs equals question mark, comma, it is possible to have positionals which are not required. Until Python developers come up with some alternative terminology, your best choice is to use an argument group, with the title and description that you like. By default the parser has two argument groups, optional arguments and positional arguments. It has to put the argument in one or the other. You can create others, and populate them as you wish. See this URL, post by the original Argparse developer. The usage line is the one that accurately describes how arguments are used and whether they are required or not. Argument groups don't affect usage or parsing. They just determine how the help lines are grouped. For your code, compare this with the help produced by dropping the F flag.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.